Good morning. Welcome to Market Monday. Well, have you?
Have I what?
You know, have you?
Chad, have I what?
Have you played pickleball?
Well, is there anybody who hasn't?
Sure seems that way. In fact, UBS recently published a report estimating that there will be 250 to 500 million in healthcare costs directly related to pickleball. And here we see an absolute explosion in pickleball, both in the number of players and overall activity. They call that a hockey stick.
What else are people doing? Flying. There was an average of 2.6 million US airline travelers per day over the last week, the most since July 2019. But what are some people not doing as much?
Well, going to the office. Office building occupancy across some of America's top metro areas remains lukewarm as we see occupancy rates hugging just 50%.
Well, as we are kicking off July, let's have a look at what the market has done in July the past 10 years. It looks like July has actually been the best month of all over the past 10 years, higher 90% of the time. We'll see what this year brings.
And as we just closed out the first half of the year with the S&P 500 up more than 10%, here's a look at the prior years since 1929, when the market was also up more than 10%, halfway through the year. Nothing is perfect, but it appears more often than not, stocks continued doing well.
Turning to the Fed's pause decision last month, where it decided not to increase rates again, even though it indicated future hikes were still in the cards, let's take a look at how long those previous pauses lasted before the Fed lowered rates. Most recently, this low and slow cycle from 2016 to 2018 ended with a 7-month pause, then lowered due to market selling off in Q4 of 2018.
Next, we have the 2004 to 2006 cycle pausing for 15 months through July 2007. Of course, the stock market peaking just shortly after. Then another 7-month pause before a drop due to the dot-com crash. And finally, in the mid-90s, a quick 5-month pause, then a mini course correction, but still keeping levels elevated. So much of the raging bull market of the 90s did occur with the Fed rate above 5%.
And today we'll wrap with, is there a recession in recessions? Here we're looking at weekly mentions of news stories with the word recession. This, of course, on the heels of, if you recall from last week, an explosion of news stories with the words bull market. What will they come up with next?
We wish you a happy and safe 4th of July. See you next week.